No, let's keep that on. Because we're doing a test run. Do 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 do. Chantel, what's up, girl? What shaking? Trying some new equipment. You are first. You are first, or maybe you just missed me that much. I didn't really announce it because I was trying a new power supply unit so I can broadcast longer. So I was messing around with some things before and didn't know what was happening. So yeah, I'm hanging out here for a little bit. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me okay? Hello? What? What does that mean? Uh-oh. What does that mean? Cool. I know there's a little delay, so yeah. Trying out some new power equipment and bought a new headset, so I don't have to like talk into the microphone on the camera. I can actually talk into the headset and talk to you like a normal human being, which is good. Plus, if I'm going to interview people, it's probably a good idea that I get a new headset. So yeah. By the way, still waiting for that check to show up in the mail, Chantel. Oh, yes. Of course, blame it on the postal service. I see. I see how it is. Well, welcome in if you're just tuning in. Chantel and I are having some fun. This is Pip's Planespotting Live. I know I didn't put out an announcement. I've been testing with some new equipment. Some of it works great, some of it doesn't. So I want to get things right before the Sunday Super Show tomorrow to see if I can hopefully broadcast from 3 to 8 tomorrow. In the meantime, I've got Delta 2045 from San Jose on an Airbus A220-300 inbound shortly. And if you're new to the channel or just tuning in, welcome in. You are looking at things from the west side of Salt Lake City International Airport. Everything looks so green and lush here right now. It's great. Before it dries out in the summertime. Next up is Delta 4306 from West Yellowstone. The seasonal flight is back in action on the CRJ 200, direct to Yellowstone from Salt Lake City. A lot of people may not know that, but you can fly direct to Yellowstone instead of having to go up to Bozeman. That's a good idea. All right, fine. I will do that. What I was hoping to do is use some of the technology I bought to use some stuff off my iPad, but I was having issues with it. But I actually really like that idea. It's a good one. I'm usually the best here, so I'm disappointed I didn't think about that. But I will do that right now. I like it. And welcome in, everybody. I know this was a short notice broadcast. I doing a test stream, trying out a new headset, and also trying out a few other pieces of equipment. So let's get that METAR for Chantel, since she's very needy. So we can get the exact aviation forecast. And we'll get it right after this CRJ 200 lands. I know you have not been on for a while, Patelli Vision. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. So yeah, I bought a new power supply, portable power supply unit, so I can run some of the technology on here for longer, maybe. And it needed to power a couple things, so I'm trying that out, and I'm just doing a test stream. Patelli Vision, you know, I'm going to ask anything from the FAA. Probably not, but we can always hope, right? Oh, nice. Going up to Columbia. That's pretty epic. Bummer, dude. Sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. Sounds like I need to make a call to the FAA. All right, so last current conditions and current conditions from Salt Lake City. Here's the latest. And I guess Chantel came up with a good idea, so we'll do that on every hour. We'll try and remember to update that every hour. What's up, UP Railroad? It is a beautiful morning. Absolutely, no question about it. It's a little windy up here, but it is a beautiful morning. For sure. Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that, television. That is going on. All right, ladies and germs, our next inbound will be Delta 2532 and an Airbus A320. In Delta 2878 on a 737-800. Yeah, it sounds windier. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. Good to hear from you. We'll be on tomorrow. I'm thinking around 3 o'clock, 3 to hopefully 7 or 8.
Plus 2695, contact tower 119.05.
See what's going on here in the South Concourse today, or south side of the A Concourse. Next arrival will be Delta 2878 from Seattle, and then Frontier 3498 from Phoenix. So I'll try and be on for the next couple hours. And for those who just logged in, yeah, I'm testing a new portable power unit to see how it holds up, to see if I can broadcast for a little longer, because some of my equipment, obviously, as you know, guys, takes a lot of battery usage. So testing it out here. Looks like we got Southwest waiting for that Frontier come in. Looking for our Paris arrival. It's still about 20 minutes out on an A330-900. Here's Frontier making its way in from Phoenix. I guess ATC doesn't have a lot to say today. Or they like have their stream encoded, because I've got the scanner up and I'm not picking up a whole lot. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and welcome in. This is Pip. Pip's Planespotting Live. 175. Eh. Yeah, they don't mess around, Chantel. They're fast and furious. Phone call, okay. No problem. No problemo, madam. You are always welcome. Our next arrival I see in the air, here to runway 34 left, is, drum roll, Delta 2117 from San Francisco on an A22100, and then Delta 3614 from Spokane behind them. Hey, Craig. Great to see you, sir. Yeah, it's a great day here. With all the snow and all the moisture, everything is nice and green and beautiful. Usually it's a lot more brown and not as attractive. But yeah, it's been a good spring. I mean, even though we've had a little bit of flooding on the rivers, the mountains certainly appreciate all the great moisture. So yeah, we're on the west side today of the airport. All right, waiting for our 175 just around the corner from Spokane. And we get a little break, but I do see Delta 221 from Amsterdam on descent for runway 34 left. Should be on the ground the next 15 minutes.
Salt Lake Tower, wind 320 at 13, fly heading 340, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
The good question. It depends how much great question. I will be here as long as my power holds up. So we're going to see how long. This is kind of a test run of our new backup battery system, Mako. So I may be here. So let's see where we're at. Let's look at my power levels. Oh, we're doing all right. We're hanging in there. Got 76%, and well, we've been on the air. I did some pre-work, so 25 minutes. So I'd say 3. Yeah, man, no problem. So we got a little break before the Airbus A330 comes in.
Contact departure, have a good day.
Approach departure, FlexJet 426, yes.
Trying to get you some good audio here. So that's the beeping you hear is my scanner. Infidel Fireman. He's our newest dispatcher. Big money infidel. What's up, Chaotic Bean? Good to see you, my friend. Excellent to see you. Yeah. So, Infidel, we're doing our test stream today with the live battery power source, mobile power source, let's call it that. So we're gonna see how long this sucker lasts. Well, we need to have you on the show then. We should have you on the show. So hold on, guys. We've got a celebrity sitting right next to me. He does a lot of plane spotting, so let's introduce him. And you know, because we're a good, friendly plane spotting community here, so we'll let him introduce himself to us. And so stand by. Let me put the headset on. Yeah. Okay. So tell us what's your name?
My name is Aiden Hart. I am from Hill Air Force Base area. I'm a 14-year-old plane spotter here in Utah.
Cool. So how long have you, what got you interested in aviation?
One of my friends, he's from it's the same area as me.
Yeah.
He just talked to me into it, and I started enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, so this is kind of like how I got started when my friend who's a pilot, and then I had some downtime in Dallas, and I just started doing it, and now I'm hooked, and I've been like doing it for 4 years. So I guess the next question is, so from Hill Air Force Base, and do you want to be a Air Force pilot, or what are you thinking?
I'm planning on going Air Force. So, yeah, definitely love it.
So do you get to, being on the Air Force Base, do you get to hang around on the planes and the F-35s and all that? Is your dad a pilot, or?
I am friends with an Air Force buyer. She is based here at Hill. Her name's Audrey. Yeah, she gets me on the base.
Cool.
So I enjoy it a lot.
All right, so good question. And it was Aiden, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking with Aiden. He's from Hill Air Force Base, and he was actually sitting right next to me taking photos, and I figured we'd have him on. And so tell me, what's your favorite airplane?
Well, it depends. If we want to go commercial here, I would love to say the 717.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely in love.
Classic.
Air Force, I would definitely say either the F4 Phantom or the F5 Tiger.
Good choices. We're looking at this. So what are we looking at here? JetBlue flight there. All right, so okay, so we already have questions for Aiden, so excellent. So Aiden, do you do, Infidel Fireman wants to know, do you do a lot of plane spotting at Hill Air Force Base?
Yes, I try my best to go every week.
Okay.
I have friends that come out here with me. They love to do it as well. They take me out there. They do everything with me, and so yeah.
Okay. So you could you get us on the Air Force Base and we could do a live show from the Air Force Base?
I could. I'll have to talk to my friend.
Okay.
But the closest I can get you to is a pavilion.
Okay.
And I mean, you get plenty of great shots from there.
The pavilion? Okay. Well, we'll have to check that out. All right. So, Infidel Fireman says F4 for the win. So that's probably one of his. He's big into military aircraft. So, if you're just tuning in, this is Pip's Planespotting Live. And we're here at Salt Lake City International Airport. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to like and subscribe. But I had Aiden, who's was just taking photos with me next to me, and figure it's a great way to talk to somebody new about plane spotting. And I know we've had a lot of requests of where to go for Hill Air Force Base, so it sounds like Aiden's the guy to know all the ins and outs. Okay, so the 717 is your favorite airplane. You're debating about being a pilot. Where is an airport that you would like to really plane spot at that you haven't been to yet?
I would definitely say London.
Okay, so London Heathrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Good choice, good choice. All right, so let's see what's inbound, because I think the A330 is inbound. Let's check. All right. All right, so we still got a little bit of time, it looks like. Be on the ground maybe in the next 5 minutes or so. But actually, I think I see it right there. So, what's the, while I focus in on that airplane for the camera, Aiden, tell us the, what's the best destination you've been to? Where's the furthest you've ever traveled?
The furthest I've ever traveled was probably, I think I want to say it was Paris or, what is it called? Rome.
Nice, Paris or Rome, okay. Wow, you've done a lot of traveling. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Well, very cool. All right, so there we go. So what do you think about, would you rather be in, would you rather be in an Airbus A330 like you see there, or would you rather be in a Dreamliner?
That's a hard choice. I haven't flown the A330-900 yet. I've only flown the Dash 300s.
Okay.
But I mean, I've flown on a few 787s here and there, and I love them.
Cool.
Like comfy, luxurious. I love it.
That's very true. They are quite comfortable. They are quite comfortable. Now, I flew over last year to Italy. Well, I flew through Paris, but flew through the 900s, and they were super nice, very quiet. And as I'm sure you can tell as a plane spotter, they're very graceful when they fly, and they're easy to land. Now, here's the next question. Are you a flight simulator guy too, Aiden?
I am. I play Microsoft Flight Sim, DCS, all of that.
Okay. Pretty smooth landing there. All right, Aiden, what are you gonna do? Any places you're gonna go for summer vacation?
I'm probably just gonna stay here in Utah. Try to get my spotting up a bit.
Cool.
So
we'll see you out here.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to come out here more with you.
Okay, awesome. Well, you have a new subscriber, Infidel Fireman, who's on our channel. You'll see him, and you're subscribed to your channel. And Mako Plays 68 says hello as well. So this is great that we had you on the program. You're always welcome. Oh, I know. The last question I'll ask is, what are you shooting with right now? What's your camera of choice?
I have a Canon EOS 7D.
7D.
With a 75-300. I'm planning on upgrading to a Sigma 150 by 600.
Oh, so that's a serious zoom, my friend.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to zoom right into the people's windows on those airplanes. Pretty close, right? That's awesome. Well, thanks for chatting with us for a few minutes, chatting with me, and now you'll be out more. How long are you going to be out here for?
I'm probably going to be here till about 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. All right. So hanging around. All right. Well, we're going to see how long the power holds up for our battery unit here. Okay, Mako Plays 68 says, Aiden, can you tell Aiden that I'm Bowker or Bowker?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go.
Yep, you're welcome.
Making new friends every day, folks. That's what we do here on Pip's Planespotting Live. Not that, but yeah, he was just, I saw him and I saw him standing next to me and figured to invite him over. So, very cool. Now we know where to shoot at Hill Air Force Base. He's our inside man. So, yeah, very exciting stuff. But if you're new to the channel, we're here at Salt Lake City International Airport. And we are on the west side of the airport today. We're looking west or south-southwest towards the Ochre Mountains. You see Highway 68 there in the background there in the far distance. So that was pretty cool. Very cool, my friends. So if you're new to the channel, I encourage you to like and subscribe. Thanks, Infidel Fireman. Yeah, that was cool. So this is that's what we do. We bring people together. Maybe one day we'll bring like 2 people together to get married. That'll be cool. That would be cool. So, but anyways, yeah, so I'm honestly just hanging out to see how long this battery lasts because I had to do a practical test and I could have just sat somewhere and not paid the parking fee, but I figured I'd throw in some plane spotting while I was at it. So, very cool. We might be getting some rain this afternoon. They said the possibility of thunderstorms later, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's check out what else we have coming up for you. Looks like Delta 696 from Boston is arriving on runway 34 left in the next 10 minutes. On 34 right, they have Delta 2971 and Spirit 3032. Infidel Fireman, ground school. Again, I'd never had it called ground school, so I'm like, because there are ground school classes that you can specifically take. So I'm gonna go with new dispatcher courses. By the way, let's give everybody around Infidel Fireman a round of applause for being the new dispatcher. So I don't know if I can share the news, so I won't, but if you want to, you can. But yeah, absolutely. So typically Infidel Firemen and dispatchers and training, typically anywhere from like, I don't know, 2 months to 3 months, they have you train. So you'll sit through courses for about 4 to 6 weeks. Like every day you'll be going into the office, and like 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day you'll be going in for classroom training. Yeah, and then once that happens, you'll just be sitting behind a dispatcher seeing what's going on, and then you'll get to be a student of dispatching, but you also, you know, once you're comfortable, start doing flight dispatching with your trainer. So it's a lot that goes on, but it's just a starting point. So you go over everything from, like you talked about last week, Infidel Fireman. You go over the airline specific op specs. You recap some of the FARs. You recap, you know, your basic training from when you got your license. But then much of it is tailored towards the airline specifically, because there are different rules and regulations for each airline. So you'll learn the mechanics of the airplane. You'll learn about the airplanes that you fly. So for infidel firemen, you'll learn about the 737s, like the mechanics of it. You'll figure out how to use their software for flight planning. It just goes on and on and on. Your head explodes, and then you have to put it back together. So there's a lot that goes on within that. And then you are trained by a dispatcher, and then you'll do on-the-job training. So then you'll take over. You'll still sign the release using his or her name, but you are still helping to plan it, and then they'll look over everything to make sure you did it correctly. So yeah, it's a full load, my friend. Your brain's gonna explode. Tyson Price was kind enough to send me a link of highlights of his flight, so we'll put that in the chat for sure. Yeah, I know, he's right next to me. Your boy is right next to you, so Hunter Spots is right next to me, and if you want, you can rewind some of the live stream and hear Aiden talk. But it sounds like he knows where to go for Hill Air Force Base, so I know Infidel Fireman is going to be like
straight ahead there, that's Echo.
The favorite
Echo Bravo
person.
to us.
Oh, look at this. Well, you got like a whole posse here, Aiden. You got Hunter, you've got Ryder, you got everybody. He's my man. He's like, he needs to be the new spotter. He needs to be the new Pips Planespotting live broadcaster. So we'll probably have to have Aiden on again because he's got all the connections. Okay, so back to the chat. All right, Hunter, we'll have to head up to Hill. All right, very cool. Aiden said we can go to the pavilion and get some great shots, so sounds like that's something we can do. Very cool. Yeah, you are all family. All right, so Mako Plays 68 says, all right, we'll definitely come to Hill Air Force Base. Mako says, can phones and camera mess with the plane? Cameras, no, not really. And most of the time, phones, not really. Although I'm sure if you followed the news last year, the FAA, there was a whole deal about 5G technology because the bandwidth frequency is on a similar frequency sometimes as the instrument approaches for Cat 2, Category 2 approaches. So basically what happens is there's a radio wave, right, that's sent out, just like when your cell phone, it's taking a radio wave to translate that wavelength into sound. Well, Cat 2 approaches, sometimes because of, I think it's the radio altimeter that's required for the Cat 2 approaches, are on a similar frequency. So that can potentially mess up the accuracy for those instrument approaches. So I guess that's the easy way of explaining it, like in the condensed version. So hopefully that helps Mako Plays. So yes, most of the time cell phones are perfectly fine, but in those rare cases, like with Cat 2, and so that's why you'll see some of the signs when you're driving around the south side of the airport saying don't stop here, or don't stand next to the ILS because it can mess up the frequency. Hunter Spots, you just missed the A330 about 15 minutes ago. So we're here in the parking garage. It's a great location, as Aiden knows. And yeah, so we had the A330 about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So if you rewind the broadcast, you'll check that out. So yeah, pretty cool. And of course I wanted to, before I forgot, share Tyson's video when he went to San Diego. And so I put that in the link if you guys want to check that out. He said it was go ahead and share. So put that out. But Infidel Fireman sounds like we got our in to go up to Hill.
Ground clear wing 3032, ramp.
Clear wing 3032, left turn.
Hunter
Foxtrot,
Spots,
taxi
great
ramp, good day.
question. Ryder, thanks for the contribution, my friend. Thank you. That's very nice because to Hunter's question, we do want to travel around to airports and to do that. Donations certainly help that. Plus the equipment, I'm sure Aiden can tell you there's a few pieces of equipment here. So yeah, it stays pretty constant. So Ryder, thank you so much. Good question, Harley Cops. Where are the planes? Well, I'll tell you, Salt Lake City is a fairly busy airport, but I'll show you some planes over here. We do have one inbound. About 15 minutes ago, we had the Airbus A330 on arrival. Thank you, Hunter. That's exactly right. So we're looking at Concourse A here on the south side, the even numbered gates. Hey, Blue in the middle from Luxembourg. Welcome in. We're here in Salt Lake City. So yeah, let's check out to see what's arriving. But yeah, Hunter, I would love to go to new airports. We'll probably go to Las Vegas soon and Denver soon to start out with. About a month, what was it, 2 months ago, I was in Colorado. So I went to Aspen, Colorado, and then I went to Eagle County Airport and then Denver. And that was a lot of fun. So, all right, so arriving right there is 696 from Boston on the 737-900. Yeah, so what I'd like to do is get down to Vegas, Hunter, and Ryder, and Aiden, and all you guys. Nice. 747, 400. Very cool. That is
So
a
2433, it'll be 3-4 left, I believe. What gate are you at? Yeah, you just plan 3-4 left.
very cool, Chaotic. That's good recommendation, Chaotic Beam. When I go to Denver, I'll make sure the weather forecast is good, because you're exactly right. The weather comes in, then it's a whole mess. Favorite airplane? That is a great question. My personal favorite is the Airbus A220 and probably Dreamliner. I would probably go 787-8 or 9. The 10 is too long. It looks weird. So, yeah, I would definitely say those two are probably my favorite. I'm impressed. The old 717, that's classic. Okay, Hunter, Ryder, all right. What are your favorite planes? Harley Cops, what's your favorite plane? And my favorite plane to spot, I guess I should say, Mako, is I probably so far is the Team USA Airbus A330-900 that Delta has. It's got the Team USA painting on it. So yeah, I like that one a lot. Plus right now and tomorrow on the Super Sunday show, KLM comes in on the Dreamliner, and I've always been a big fan of their blue and white delivery. So they arrive around 7 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll be on tomorrow to catch that, hopefully. And then next week, or 2 weeks, excuse me, I was actually looking, beginning on the 20. Let me pull out my calendar here. Right. 26th, I think. 27th. Eurowings will be back. Eurowings will be back. So they come back on their Airbus A330 from Germany. So that's in about 2 weeks. In fact, that's Saturday the 27th. My understanding is Eurowings will be back for the summer here in Salt Lake City. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Mako, you're exactly right. The KLM, the Dreamliner, comes in 3 times a week on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And for those of you who are new, we encourage you to like and subscribe. We're here at Salt Lake City International Airport. Not the busiest airport, but best scenery by far. No question, and the best people by far. In fact, if you're new to Salt Lake City, you'll know that, we'll tell you, in fact, that Delta has a hub here. And so that's why you see a majority of Delta airplanes. Not the 21st, it's the 27th. So it's Saturday the 27th, Mako. Saturday, May 27th, Eurowings, a German airline, will come back for seasonal service. Yeah, you're right. Typically, yeah, you're right, Hunter. Craig, you're exactly right. Max 8 is a smooth ride. I'm a big fan of how, if you look at the way they designed the overhead bins on the newer Boeings, I like that a lot. Increases the
614
space.
Telegram, runway 34 left, taxi via Alpha.
So yeah, Mako, 27th, Eurowings.
Southwest 2985, it's given me an error. It won't let me resend it. If you need me to read it, I can do that. Southwest 2985, you're clear to Las Vegas via the Arches 1 departure, Milford transition, then is filed, maintain 10,000. On departure, maintain at 230 knots. And squawk 60.
Chaotic Bean, there's my old classic, the old MD-11, you're exactly right. Speaking of that, we'll see if what's coming up. All right, so Hunter has a request to zoom in on Aiden. We'll see. I've got a big lens on this, so I've got a 100-400. So we'll zoom in, probably get Aiden's nose hairs. There he is, right there. So there's our good buddy, plane spotting buddy, who we were talking to. Now he doesn't want to show his face, so he's hiding his face. Maybe he's doing his own live stream, so maybe that's the competition I have to compete with. Yes, so Mako, it'll be, the Eurowings will be an Airbus A330 that's coming in. So sorry, hate to bring more Airbus A330s in. But yeah, Eurowings typically will fly the Airbus A330, which is why we want to get to Las Vegas and Denver, give you a little more variety. And Chaotic Bean, I am looking today to see where we Let's check it out, see if we do have any MD-11s inbound. No, FedEx is just sending a 767. Just a 767 and a 757 chaotic bean. Sorry, sir. Hunter spots, they don't bring in the 777, they bring in the Dreamliner. So they'll bring in the Dreamliner 3 days a week. I have yet to see a 777 here. Now, I've only been here for about 2 years, but I have not yet seen 777. It's usually the 7879 Dreamliner that KLM brings in from Amsterdam. So hi to everybody. The KC-135's Mako will be on the east side. So we're on the west side today. We'll be on the east side probably and the west side tomorrow. But yeah, today we're on the west side. The KC-135s will be on the east side, which is where you'll typically see them. No, I didn't. Yeah, you know what? Mako just told me about it. I was not aware of that, and I had to work late last night, so I didn't get to catch that one, Hunter. So I was pretty ticked. And then our good buddy Dalton a couple weeks ago told me about when Denver had bad weather, the A330 and the A340 both diverted here. So yeah. So Infidel Fireman, if you're still around, I think we should celebrate your achievement, but your achievement this week. But I know you're kind of, you know, maybe you don't want it out of the box yet, but I think that's pretty awesome. So that's me. That's just me, though. That's right. Yep. Nope. You're exactly right, Mako. That, yeah, that is incorrect. You are right. It was an A340 and an A350. Thank you. Chaotic Bean, he's not going there. So, yeah, he's going to a good place. In better place, he doesn't mean he's dying. He's just going to better place. So here's our 737-900 from Alaska that's headed off to Seattle. And of course, Micah was probably working this. One of our friends from being Ramper. Our good friend, Micah the Ramper. I'm sure they were loud, but probably nothing loud like the old MD-80s, Mako. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Pip's Planespotting Live. I didn't put an episode down, so I think we're on 44. I'll have to check that one out. Tomorrow, the Super Sunday show for sure will be happening. We'll be on the air at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So here we are again looking at Concourse A. These are the gates on the south side. They're all the even gates. This week, by the way, Mako and anybody who's here locally in Salt Lake City or traveling through, I think the 16th is when they open 5 gates on the east side. However, I think they're all going to be facing on the north side of the concourse, so we won't be able to see them. And then the rest of the gates are going to open in October sometime. Well, I'm looking forward to it too, Craig, and can't wait to have you back on tomorrow. Okay. No problem.
Solid ground taxi via Foxtrot Bravo 2S.
Encourage you to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Welcome in. This is Pip's Planespotting Live. Let's see how our battery is doing. Pretty good. So we've been on the air for just over an hour. And I actually started it an hour before that. So with a full charge, I'm thinking we can get 3 to 4 hours out of it, folks. That's pretty solid. So right now we're in a little bit of lull. So one of the things I want to mention for those who are tuning in and new, so Salt Lake is a middle tier airport as far as how busy it is, kind of where they're at as far as yearly passengers. They have about 26 million, right around there, let's just say around 25 million passengers each year. They expect that to grow with the new airport and Delta, taking all the gate space. So they're not to the extent of like you'll see on a JFK or a Los Angeles or Chicago. However, they still are pretty busy. So, and Saturday, also in the aviation world, tends to be a little bit of a lighter
Highway 1
day.
Hotel Charlie, Salt Lake clearance clear to Las Vegas Airport via the Arches 1 departure. Milford transition is filed. Maintain 10,000. On departure, maintain 230 knots. Squawk 3133. Coming back 1 Hotel Charlie, we're back correct. Are you ready to taxi? One Hotel Charlie, runway 35, taxi via Kilo.
Oh, you know what? Dang it. I forgot to put the latest METAR in. Let's do that. Better check that out. Current conditions is what we like to call it. But in the aviation world, we call it a METAR. So there's our current conditions at Salt Lake City International Airport. And they'll update in about another 20 minutes or so. The current conditions are the METAR updates every hour. I had a little rain this morning, and they said there's the possibility there might be some thunderstorms, but not sure on that. Later today. So we'll see.
4101 Salt Lake ground, runway 34 left, taxi via Foxtrot 1, Foxtrot, and Bravo.
There's an A320, an Airbus A220, A220-100,
Salt Lake ground, runway 34 left, taxi via Bravo. Got a 1434 Salt Lake ground, taxi via Foxtrot and Bravo to 1 west. Delta 402 Salt Lake ground at Foxtrot, give way to the Embraer. Crest 4101,
Greg, my friend from Tennessee. Good to see you, sir. Glad to catch you in the afternoon. Yeah, so we're doing a test stream. I bought a portable power unit so I could be on longer. So today I'm doing a test stream to see how long the power will hold out for my equipment so I can be on the air longer for y'all. And couldn't ask for better weather. It's a little windy today, Greg, but if you take a look, we got the mountains to the west. We're on the west side of Salt Lake City International Airport.
Op 627, proceed via Echo 2 spot 12.
Yeah, so nice and green with all the snow that's melting off. We're very fortunate so far here in the early spring. How is it out in Tennessee?
Delta 479, Salt Lake ground, taxi via Foxtrot, Foxtrot 4 spot 16. And flight 2256, you are cleared of Portland Airport via radar vectors, Jet 15, Boise, then as filed. Maintain 1010,000, expect flight level 20010 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies 126.25, squawk 4024.
Inbound to us in the next 10 minutes, we've got Delta 4238 on a CRJ 200, Delta 3817 from Missoula on an E175, and looks like Southwest 1660 from San Jose.
Are you ready to taxi? Roger. Who's at 1 West? Delta 957. I'm sorry, it's 937. Give way to the company 73. I'm not sure which line you guys are using. He'll be pulling into 1 West. Runway 34 left, taxi via Bravo. I'm sorry, yeah, 34 left via Bravo. (937), they should be pulling into 1 West. Gus 42, you said 89?
Ah,
42,
Houston,
89,
and it's
runway 34
hot.
left, taxi via Golf Fox.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I moved here from Dallas, so yep, hot and humid, sticky. That's what we like to call it. Very sticky. I'm sure. I am absolutely sure.
Delta 937, I missed the ATIS uniform is current. The center wants you airborne in about 8 minutes. You can just monitor tower 132.65.
How about a nice little close-up on the A320? Oh, looks like the A220 just pushed back. There's the 220-100 variant.
Rock 11, standby. Cuz 4238, Telegram, taxi via Bravo, Echo,
Oops.
Hotel, spot 5. Sorry. 4238 is Alpha Echo, Hotel, spot 5.
It's got our Airbus A320 go-ahead to depart.
Is there someone else that called? Rock, you said it's Rock 11 and you're a Skyhawk going to slow. Rock 11, you cleared out of Bravo airspace, maintain 5,500 while in Bravo airspace. Departure frequencies 120.9, squawk 034. Rock 11, read back to director, you ready to taxi? What spot are you coming out?
We're listening to Salt Lake Ground right now, by the way, on our ATC frequency.
Rock 11, thanks, runway 35, taxi via Kilo.
Should see 3817 shortly here. There it is. Coming in from Missoula, Montana. Fun fact about Montana, there is no sales tax. Bet you didn't know that. See, if you want to save your money, you need to move to the northwest corner of Wyoming because, or Idaho, the northeast for Idaho, because there's no state income tax in Wyoming, so you need to work in Wyoming, and then you just need to buy everything across the border in Bozeman, and there's no sales tax. Boom. Bet you didn't know that. Spoiler alert. That's a fun fact.
From the 5 field. So the 1325 flight ground uniform is current. You're following a Regent Jet 200. You'll see off right on Bravo. Follow them runway 34 left.
Greg, back to your temperatures. It's about in the mid 60s, upper 60s here. We may peak out about 70 degrees.
Left via Bravo. Okay, 3817 flight ground, taxi via Alpha Echo Hotel Spot 5. Who's at 14? Okay, 3529, runway 34 left, taxi via Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot Bravo. Spot 8 flight ground. Okay, 3861, runway 34 right, taxi Kirk, runway 34 left, taxi via Golf Foxtrot Bravo. 3529.
Smooth landing by Southwest 1660, 737-700.
Thanks, 3529. As you join Bravo, just keep waiting for you see off the left.
Yeah, it's pretty nice weather here, Greg. I'm not going to complain.
Fisher has weather information. Salt Lake County.
I will definitely not complain. Amen, brother. Amen. And welcome in to everybody who just tuned in. It is Pip's Planespotting Live. Thanks for saying hi.
Southwest 1660 flight ground, taxi via Alpha Alpha 562 west. Pretty 17, thanks, taxi spot 10.
Redmond, Oregon. Here we go.
When you reach Alpha 5 to make the left turn, just pass behind that Ember, head left, there'll be a southbound on Bravo. Spot 8, flight ground.
Ooh, an A319 in the house. Airbus A319 for Delta.
Got 4233, the Ember off the left turn prior, runway 34 left, taxi via Golf Foxtrot Bravo.
It's a light load for them today. Got up in a hurry. Oops, sorry about that. The old CRJ 200 off to Elko, Nevada. No delay for the A22300. Hi everyone who's just tuning in.
Victor's current flight altimeters 3010, wind 330 at 14, gust 18.
This is Pip and Pip's Planespotting Live. Welcome to Salt Lake City International Airport. I'm doing my stretches since I'm on my feet all day.
#1429, fly ground, taxi hotel, Foxtrot Bravo 2 West. Yeah, you can't get there from here. Southwest 2985, solid ground, Edith Victor is now current, runway 34 left, taxi via Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot Bravo. That was 4233, did you need a minute to work on something? I'd appreciate it, thanks.
Almost 2 o'clock. Let's check for the new METAR. Latest conditions here at Salt Lake City International Airport. And here we go. 1954 Zulu, winds out of the north, 360, 14 gusting 20. 10 stamp miles of visibility, broken at clouds at 8,000, ceiling of 8,000, broken 10,000, broken 17,000, temperature 22 degrees Celsius and dew point 4 degrees.
W802 Salt Lake ground, leaving Foxtrot 3, give way to the Delta Airbus from your right. Runway 34 left, taxi via Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot Bravo. .63 solid ground, taxi via Hotel Foxtrot Bravo, 1 west.
Hi everybody who joined us. Thanks for joining Pip's Plane Spotting Live. We're here at Salt Lake City International on the west side of the airport, looking southwest. And runway 34 left. .497 solid ground, runway 348, taxi via Yankee. Because 4111 solid ground, taxi via Bravo, Echo Hotel Spot 5. They take you early, that's fine with me. Look at our Southwest 737 right there. And that roadway in the distance, by the way, that you see the cars passing through, that is Interstate 80. Just for a reference point. Hey Justin, what's happening, my friend? Good to see you, sir. Welcome in. It's a nice day out. Sure, that's can't beat it. Yeah, we're testing some new equipment here. We've got an extended mobile battery pack here. So hopefully our stream can go longer and we can broadcast longer. So I wanted to test it out. So this isn't I guess this is a stream, but you know, I didn't promote it, so that's why probably you didn't know about it. But yeah, so far it's working pretty good, man. Highly recommend it.
and the one from the right.
So it'll be great for tomorrow.
For left, taxi Fox 3, Fox
We'll be on the
Bravo.
air tomorrow beginning at 3 p.m. 3 p.m.
.3584, they're both passing now, thanks.
I think that sucker's going to
3584,
Cedar
Roger.
City,
Forward
the
to DI,
CRJ
taxi Tower when
200.
you're ready.
Not very many people. Didn't take very long for that sucker to take off. Next up, Southwest 737, 700 headed to Long Beach. Actually, I didn't look at, I'm just assuming it headed to Long Beach. So -5 points for me, but. Also, I got a new headset, so I don't have to, like, my voice doesn't come closer and softer, so that's pretty sweet.
So that's a non-movement area there. Your discretion. Contact tower 1905. No 1325 ground runway 34 left taxi via Bravo. Delta 1325 runway 34 right. You're going to taxi via Bravo, and you're going to have to contact ramp to go 2 west, 2 east. Delta 1325 and just give way. Well, Delta 663, you going to 1 west? Delta 1325, give way to 75, please. I believe they're going into 1 west. Dallas 3584 at Alpha 5, transition to Alpha, please, and then into the run-up pad at the end for opposite direction traffic.
Dario, my friend from Buenos Aires. Buenos dias. It's a windy but nice day here in Salt Lake City. Excellent. I'm glad. Thank you for the report, Justin. I greatly appreciate it, my friend. And while I
Delta 663, I've got them giving way to you.
have it in my head, just a reminder too, Justin, that Eurowings is coming back in 2 weeks exactly. 2 weeks. They will be coming back on Saturday, which is the 27th, I want to say. But let me look at that, because I was looking at that, because I've been anxiously awaiting when they would be arriving. So, oh, look at that. There's something we don't see often here. The old 757 making an appearance. Sneaky, sneaky. I believe it just arrived from Atlanta.
Super 14, ground CPA Yankee to 2 east.
The old flying hot dog. Or pencil.
Go 3584, appreciate it. Alpha 5 Alpha.
Now, what's this guy doing? Got to be careful on the turn here, because it is a long airplane.
Delta 1325, can you move?
I think it's waiting for the A321 next to it to get out of the way. Oh. Easy wind. Wind is moving my camera. Got winds up to 20 knots today, it looks like.
Go 663 at Alpha 3, give way to an Embraer, otherwise approved as requested. Thanks.
Now, what is he doing? He may be back taxiing and get out of the way so he can get in.
Go 663, approved as requested.
Kind of interesting. We don't see a 757 very often here in Salt Lake City. Yeah, that's what it looks like he's doing. He went down, turned around, give some space, and now he's got a little more room to move.
16, call ramp speed, will take you in 14.
And hi, everybody who just logged in. Welcome to Pip's Planespotting Live. Yeah, Dario, there'll be fewer and fewer, so yeah, it is very nice to see a 757.
Class 8421 Echo clearance, clear out Class Bravo airspace, maintain 5,500 while Bravo, departure frequency 120.9, squawk 0320. Class 2 Echo, readback is correct information, Victor.
Now he's got some movement. He's got some space now. We'll see if we can zoom out a little bit. A lot less traffic here. It's got more freedom of movement. You got to remember that this is a long airplane and wide. So and just a reminder, if you're new to the channel, I encourage you to like and subscribe. If you'd like to contribute, you certainly can via Super Chat or Super Like. Also remember, tomorrow we're going to be broadcasting for our Super Sunday show starting at 3 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So that is 21 Zulu. Since we get a break in the action, it's perfect timing to follow this rare bird that we don't see very often.
Okay, for 2 Echo ground, runway 35, Jackson Kilo.
Listen to those engines. The old Pratt & Whitney. Flair, my man, 318. What is happening? Good to see you. How is it north of the border? It's getting a little windy here. catching ourselves a 757 inbound from Atlanta.
25 ground runway 24 right, taxi
A14 is where we're going, folks. That, sir, is a good question. Oh, they probably, I think, now this is just, Justin, this is just me just spitballing here. I don't have any truth behind this, just opinion. But they must have a lot of demand to Florida 1. I think the other thing is, most people don't know this, but the 757 is an excellent short field plane for its size. So, and as far as weather, so maybe during the hotter temperatures, it might be a better aircraft to maximize not only the number of passengers, but also performance. Again, that's just theory, because most of the runways they go to have, like in Florida, are like 11, 10, 11, 12,000 feet. But just one thought it might be. But that's only speculation. Inbound to us, we now have Delta 3742 and Embraer E175 from Idaho Falls. In the next 15 minutes, we'll have Delta 3804 from Helena, Delta 935 from Detroit on a 737-900, and Delta 1221 on a 737-900. Good question, Justin. Have to do some research. There we see another plane that isn't too common here. We've got the old 737-800. Usually Delta runs the 900s out of here, and once in a while we'll get, I would say probably once or twice a day, the old 800s. On the stream at least. I don't know if you remember back to when, or if you see the video of me when I was at Eagle County, Colorado, they used the 757 even though you're 7,000 feet up because of its performance. So that would be one thought. And Flair, I got you, buddy.
Give away the aircraft under tail on Alpha, the joint Echo. Delta 1593, ground runway 34 left, taxi to Bravo.
Whoa. A little wobbly there. And hi to everybody who just logged in. Welcome to Pips Planespotting Live. We're here at Salt Lake City International Airport today, and we'll be here tomorrow. This is our home base if you're new to the channel. The broadcast starts tomorrow at 3 p.m. We're looking currently at the south side of the A concourse of the new Salt Lake City International Airport. It was first completed in 2020.
Bravo to 2 West. Justin Contact 4 ground, taxi hotel, Foxtrot 4 to spot 16.
So, like, one of the number one questions I get, did you bring me lunch? Dang, Aiden didn't bring me lunch today. Dang it. All right, I'll have to remember my own lunch next time. Anyways, sorry, I was talking to a fellow plane spotter who we got to meet today, Aiden. But anyways, one of the questions I get often asked is, where are your heavies? Does Salt Lake have any heavies? Do they get any heavies? So if you're new to the channel, and I know we have some new people on today, the heavies will typically land time-wise either from Hawaii early in the morning, so around 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. Then during the afternoon, we get Amsterdam and Paris around the same time, around 12:30. Let's just call it between 12 and 2. And Joe, Woodfire Pizza downtown. All right, I'm coming to eat it. And the other thing, and then in the evening right now. So KLM comes in the evening, and so does the A330-900 from London. So there's really 3 times a day that we would typically see heavies, and then also the cargo, which is actually around the same time, between 5 and 7. So that's where you'll see the A330 from London, the KLM Dreamliner, and then 12 to 2 is when you catch the other transatlantic arrivals, and then early in the morning for the Hawaiian arrivals. So there's really 3 times a day. So we do get heavies, and we're expecting another one in about 2 weeks when Eurowings Discover comes back for another summer season. They fly into Salt Lake twice a week, and we'll be here beginning 2 weeks from today. I think they're supposed to arrive around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. .3834 from Helena, I believe, on an E-175. The capital of Montana.
Who's that? 3488? Coast 3488 Telegram, we're with you for right taxi via Yankee Victor's current.
You're listening to Salt Lake City ground right now on the ATC chatter. Yep, it absolutely is, Joe. I agree, my friend. We've been very fortunate with all the snow this year, as I'm sure you know. It's always a great approach, especially when you can arrive from
04 ground taxi, Bravo to 2S.
Especially during the winter time. It's very majestic. It's like you're going into Santa's little workshop. ERB! Oh my gosh, finally glad to see you, sir. So happy to see you. Nice flare. I'll have to take a look. In fact, if you want to share the video, you can do that. On here, I'll have to take a look at it. And speaking of that, it's probably, if you do want to get in contact with me, have any questions about flight dispatching or aviation, let me give you my email. That sounds pretty awesome, Flair. Was that, Flair, was that at Ottawa McDonald where you caught that? Or was it in Montreal? Yeah, ERB, I've missed you, bud. We've only been emailing back and forth.
That's 935 ground taxi Alpha to 2 West.
Okay, very cool, man. Very cool, Flair. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Dario, by the way, you get some competition for best photos. ERB's got some great photos, by the way. And now we met our plane spotting buddy Aiden. And so he's probably got some great photos. Yeah, they've been great, man. Thanks, sir. As you can see, the mountains are fairly green right now, ERB. It's all the snow that's melting off, and we have had some rain, but a lot of snow. Here's our 737-800 ready to depart.
21 ground taxi Alpha Echo.
Okay, cool, man. You can email Flair. Can't see it, but you can either email it to me, the link, or I will check out your channel. You're making me more jealous of you living in Brazil, ERB, with all those photos. And excuse me for 1 minute, guys. I'm going to grab a drink of water. Dalton, what's up, dude? Yeah, tell me about it, man. It was all fine in this morning, and then like all of a sudden the winds kicked up. Good to see you, my friend. So I was commenting with somebody about this the other day, Dalton. I don't remember it ever being this windy in the springtime. And I've been around here a few years, but like every day it's windy. But at least it's north flow, which is our favorite flow. Gives us the best visibility. Our Airbus A319 arriving from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Yeah, man, I know. So Dalton, I think part of it has to do with with the El Nino or the La Nina, where the storms, like with the jet stream, travel along. And I think this year the jet stream has been come down from the north and just hit Utah every time. I don't know. But that's what I've been kind of seeing or guessing.
Hop 627 will show, thanks.
And I understand, Flair. No worries, man. In fact, let me do something here. Okay, Flair, I've got it. I see it. I just pulled up my phone here, and I've got it. I see it on your page, so I will watch it. Maybe I can send it via the chat, if that's all right. And, I know I've been talking about it, but in the next couple of weeks I'm going to start an Instagram page for Pip Pals, and you guys, we can all share our photos together. I think that would be really cool.
Airwing 1716 solid ground, runway 2 for left, taxi Foxtrot.
Oh, well, there you go, ERB. That would explain some of it. Yeah, but Flair, I saw it, so I'll watch. I know it's only 45 seconds long, but I will watch it because that's actually really cool. It's our Airbus A321. Let's see where this guy is.
Tell spot 5, give way to Spirit at Foxtrot 3.
Departing off to.
Affirmative, spot 5.
All right, so that's Delta 337 headed to Atlanta.
Don't have anything yet. You might be a little bit early.
That's true, and interesting, ERB. I'll have to keep a lookout for the rain totals.
So it's 2992 ground. Right turn on Bravo for Delta 7. United, what's your call sign? Yeah, proposed time's 21:10, so 40. 6 minutes will be when your clearance comes out. Go 3010, that's on me.
Well,
Sorry,
ERB, we've had a
clear,
lot of
standby.
tornadoes here in the United States this year, and I will have to look back at the flow because I think usually in the years that we have more tornadoes here in the United States, it's a stronger El Nino, but I'll look at that. I thought it was typically the La Nina.
Who's going to
Now you got me wondering. And hi, everybody who just logged in.
Clearance, trying to go to
This is
Twilla.
Pip's Planespotting Live. Our home base is here in Salt Lake City International. But we do like to travel once in a while. And if you'd like to support those travel efforts, you certainly can donate. But predominantly, we're just here to educate, entertain, and elevate.
500 Wallen Bravo, departure frequency 120.9,
And we're looking on the west side of Salt Lake City International Airport. And this Airbus
readback
A320.
is correct information.
Nope, that's not a 320, that's a 319. Shame on me.
Is 14 ground speed, Foxtrot 2, Echo Golf 16.
And if you're not too familiar with Salt Lake City, it only is 25 minutes from Park City. So many of you might know or have heard of Park City, famous ski resort in town. And so if people come skiing to Utah, they usually fly in to Salt Lake City and then drive or catch taxi here to Park City. Oh, yellow banana alert, folks. Yellow banana alert.
441 ground taxi Alpha to 1 West.
Well, see, that would make sense.
656 Titanium driver, Rosie Project.
Probably right on that ERB. And we know this is heading to Las Vegas. Yeah, a lot of bananas. The old line from Beverly Hills Cop. You're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe, are you? That yellow certainly stands out from the mountains, that's for sure. Well, somebody calls it Spirit in the Sky after an old song, but I like the yellow banana. So our Spirit departure is waiting for this arrival from Salt Lake City. No, I meant Denver is what I meant. On the Embraer E175 United Express. I know, UP Railroad. I didn't mean... did not mean that. I totally messed that up. I'm a little light of food. I haven't had lunch yet, so yep. It is not from Salt Lake City. Minus 5 points for me. Although, I have to be honest, it would be really nice to have more carriers here, or more demand, because Delta really controls everything. And not that I'm saying that Delta's not a good airline, but it's really expensive to fly in and out of Salt Lake City. So that's why Delta likes it so much. I bet you it's probably per capita, I would say it's probably their most profitable hub, or second most profitable hub, because there's no competition. Thank you, UP. I will, but so far this battery pack is portable power source is doing all right. So. I do know Ryanair. I did not realize that they own 500 737s. That would not surprise me. But that makes perfect sense. Yeah, you have to go back to Herb Kelleher, the late Herb Kelleher, the co-founder of Southwest Airlines. Ryanair is a perfect knockoff for Great Britain and Europe of Southwest Airlines. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. And the key was, one fleet type, point to point. So, that's a lot of 737s, ERB. So we've got a 737 over here. We've got a 757 right here. We don't see it often, so that was pretty cool. An Airbus A320 right there. (737) 800 series for Delta. An Airbus A220-100. In ERB, I'll have to text my friend who works at Southwest, who's in flight dispatch, and ask him. But that sounds that sounds about right. But just think about all that. That's the crazy,
Cleared to India Whiskey Alpha, airport being radar vectors to Draper, Lalick, Milford, Bryce Canyon, then it's filed. Maintain 10,000, expect flight level 25010 minutes after. Frequency 128.1, and then squawk 6050. Squawk 6050, Gimage at 892.
Two massive clients for Boeing. Two massive clients.
Gimage at 892, it's radar vectors Draper, Lalick, Milford, which is Mike Lima Foxtrot, Bryce Canyon, then is filed. Gimage 892, read back is correct, information Victor.
Gary, well, there you go. ERB, Gary's on the spot. He says almost 800. Holy cow, 800, that's crazy. DFW plane spotters! What's up, man? Good to see ya. Yeah, it was a little bit of a late float. Yeah, you know, ERB goal. That's true, but they, I believe, are code sharing with American Airlines, so I think they should have more soon and more opportunities to fly. There is a 757 here, DFW plane spotters. Let me scroll on over to it. Oh, that was a good burn there, DFW plane spotters by ERB. So there's our 757 that came in today from Atlanta.
902 ground taxi via Foxtrot, let's go, let's Stinger. Okay, affirmative.
Okay,
Well,
so
where you
ERB,
at?
American has code sharing
That'll
with
be the
GOL,
one.
but Delta also owns 20%, huh? That's interesting. No, sadly, DFW plane spotters, I did not. It came over and parked on this
247.
side. Yeah. It landed on the east side, unfortunately. Maybe I can...
Maintenance 276, proceed as requested. Rotation 668 Charlie Bravo ground runway 35 taxi at Kilo.
Now, I knew that, ERB. I knew that they were in on LATAM because American used to have a partnership with LATAM, but that went way by the wayside. But I wasn't aware that GOL has Delta in them. Okay, so we just saw the yellow banana. Hold on, I want to zoom in on a car, I think. There's the yellow mini banana. The yellow cross track. Sorry, I couldn't help it. And hi to everybody who just logged in. Encourage you to like and subscribe. This is Pips Planespotting Live. Thanks so much for tuning in. Are you going to be like our new co-host, Aiden? Maybe. So, if you're just tuning in, we had the pleasure of talking to my neighbor here next to me, Aiden. He is from Hill Air Force Base, so he gave me some great tips on plane spotting at Hill Air Force Base. So, do you come here just on Saturdays? For now, okay, just on Saturdays? Okay. So yeah, if you catch probably the first half hour of the broadcast, probably 30 minutes, we got a chance to talk to Aiden, who lives at Hill Air Force Base. So he gave us some tips on catching some great military jets. So we may have to do a broadcast up from Hill Air Force Base.
You're at 1898, so like on runway 34 right, follow southwest.
Take a look at Concourse A again, it's starting to fill up. Yeah, it was great, ERB.
South 1668, you got a 06 time.
It was cool to talk to him. Very smart. He knows his stuff.
You got a 1-4.
So we'll probably we'll have him on the broadcast here again. We'll probably end here at the top of the hour. even though I still got some battery life left. I probably need some lunch. I haven't eaten. I've only had breakfast, so it's about 3 o'clock here locally. So I probably need some lunch. Yeah, look at Concourse A. Starting to fill up with a variety of aircraft. So just a reminder, tomorrow we'll be on the air beginning at 3 o'clock, hopefully. Cross our fingers with the internet working and everything. But today it's been great. I wish I heard last night there was a 7. Did you hear about this? There was a 747 here last night, Aiden?
I saw it on radar and then
Ground with you, 5 taxi to Kilo.
Yeah, so I guess we did have one last night. DFW plane spotters. Not often, though, do we get the 747 here. But once in a rare while, yeah. Kind of upset. I had to work last night, so I couldn't do anything about it. But yeah. And Dalton, if you're watching, yeah, I heard we had a 747 here last night. It's Mother's Day here too. ERB, happy Mother's Day to all those mothers down in Brazil. My mother is actually on a cruise with my sister and her husband and their kids, and I should say my dad too. So my mom and dad are on the cruise with them somewhere in the Caribbean. So I guess they wanted to escape even remotely being close to me. So I agree, DFW plane spotters. You're absolutely right. Minimum. Plus, you also get some 777s. I agree. Hey, I can't wait to get back to Dallas, see family, and go to DFW and also to Love Field. There's our Airbus 321 making its way into Concourse A on the even gates here on the south side. They did invite me, DFW plane spotters, and I had to work. But they never, they didn't invite me. I think this was a gift for mom and dad type of gift. I wish, Flair, the only time that I'm aware that we had a A380 land here in Salt Lake was due to a terrorist threat on an Air France A380 back in 2015, and that's the only time that I know of an A380 landing here. That's right, they forgot me like the movie. Yes, that's exactly right.
Where you headed?
Speaking of, you know what? Speaking of that, the A330 Flair, I'm glad you brought that up because I totally did not write this down, but Lufthansa is bringing back the A330, at least here in America, to Los Angeles, to Boston, and to JFK for the summer season. So maybe we'll catch that. But yeah, the Los Angeles, Boston, and New York,
And if you're not able to
JFK.
advise, maintain 230 knots on departure, squawk 4030.
And that'll be for the summer season.
Jet 1 Delta X-ray, maintain 165 knots.
Oh, that's good to know.
1 Delta X-ray, read back is correct, information vector.
Oh, really, Gary? That's interesting. They just changed the names, huh? That's interesting. It's a nice way of working together.
Front 92, Alpha 7, Alpha Echo, spot 6.
I had not heard that. Well, it's just me here, although I've got a couple of fine plane spotters here to my right, photographing, doing an excellent job.
Delta 143 ground, we're with you, Pro Left Texas, Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot, Alpha.
Yeah, the old Neo. That's interesting. You know, it's kind of interesting. Look at that. We got one, we got two. There's our posse. Just wave hide. There you go. It's the posse in the house. I think we need to hire all of them. My apologies, DFW plane spotter. Flair, that's interesting that the 380s always come to Ottawa, and they didn't go to like Montreal. So that's pretty cool.
Central aircraft, whiskey's no current, altimeter 3008.
All right, so our Delta A330-900 right there. That'll be our last plane for the day. Taking off Delta 56 to Amsterdam. As we wind down this broadcast. That's good to know, Flair. I didn't realize Ottawa's runways were so long.
Alright, 31 Delta X-ray ground, runway 35, taxi 8 kilo. Whiskey's current.
I remember Qantas, of course. In fact, I'll probably put that, maybe I'll put that as one of my shorts. Pips Clips shorts. Because I lived in DFW when we got Qantas, the 380, and the 747 from British Airways. I figured that was you, Mako. I saw you hiding over there. I figured that was you. But DFW plane spotter, you know that. So Emirates and Qantas, and then now with British Airways. So UP, I heard last night that, in fact, let me look back at this. I heard we had a 747 come in last night, and let's see. I want to see. So we do, UP, short answer, yes, Salt Lake does have the capability to service the 747. There are certain gates, though. Micah told us, Micah the ramper from Alaska, and I'll have to ask him again, but there are only certain gates for a commercial airline that can service this 747. But yes. But do we regularly get them? No. So I was looking here. Oh, okay, Gary, that makes sense. Yeah, they do the same locations. The same locations, yes. And rightly so. I've been to LA several times, and I know where they're at, and those are great locations to be at. Yeah, I was told UP we had a 747 in here last night. I didn't get to catch it. 380s. The only time UP that we had the 380 was in 2015 here at Salt Lake, when it was an Air France A380 that diverted due to a terrorist threat. So that's the only time that we've had an A380. And I will have to ask Micah or somebody else too if we can even service the 380s. I know we can for the 747. The 380s is another story. And Flair, I do not have any pets, and it's not because I don't like pets. It's because I work all the time, and I would feel bad leaving them at home all the time. And I know that you can get a cat and whatever, but I live in a small apartment, so maybe when I have a little more space and a house with a yard. But right now, working so much and being out, I would feel bad leaving the pets at home. Yeah, I know, not the best reason. We did have a couple weeks ago a diversion here. It was, and Dalton messaged me on it, and I couldn't come because of work, but it was Denver had bad weather, high winds, so both an A340 and an A350 diverted here a few weeks ago. All right, this A330, I believe, is waiting for this E175 to land, and then it will be taking off to Amsterdam. Thank you, smart Alec. DFW plane spotters, thank you. So kind of you. Or should we call you Walt, as ERB did?
Ground speed Foxtrot 1 Foxtrot to the SkyWest hangar.
Indent your car. Wrapping up things here on Pip's Plane Spotting Live. Again, tomorrow's broadcast starts at 3 p.m. This A330 that we see here going to Amsterdam will be our last plane of the day.
Scottsdale A3 ground taxi Echo Hotel Spot 5, call ramp for early.
You stay midnight to midnight. Okay. Well, I've tossed around the idea of doing 24 hours of plane spotting. I would probably do it at Chicago O'Hare because they do cargo right in the middle of the night. They don't have any really restrictions. So if I were to broadcast 24 hours, it would probably be at O'Hare. Or maybe DFW Plane Spotters, maybe I'll do 24 hours there. But to do that, I would need a lot of power and data. So I'd have to plan that out in advance.
That's 4026 ground taxi Alpha Echo Hotel Spot 5, call ramp for early.
Off to Amsterdam we go, folks, on Delta 56. Anchorage, also a good recommendation. And there goes Delta 56 Heavy off to Amsterdam on an Airbus A330. Infidel, well, we're just wrapping up the broadcast, my friend. Before we leave, Infidel, do you want to tell everybody the good news you had this week, or you just want to keep it a secret? Well, if I can afford to get up there, DFW Plane Spotters, I will. Oh, now we're getting a little spritz, a little drizzle. A drizzle, as we like to call it, or baby rain. There you go. Let's give a big congratulations as we sign off the broadcast, and applause to Infidel Fireman. He just landed a job with a U.S.-based airline this past week.
Finger on taxi hotel.
And so let's give him congratulations. And Infidel Fireman, real quick, when do you start? Do you know yet? And another good reason to pick Anchorage, DFW Plane Spotters. I just have to save up the money. There you go. Yeah, congrats, Infidel. Oh, nice, man. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I'm glad that we could end the broadcast on a high note, May 30th. Soon, everyone, Infidel Fireman will be correcting me and giving everyone else the answers. So, It's almost like a child, watching a child grow up and mature. Very exciting. Well, that does it for our broadcast today. Thanks everybody who participated. For Gary, Dario, Justin, Infidel Fireman, DFW Plane Spotters, UP Railroad, Aiden, who we got to meet, Craig, also Chantel, CJ, Mako, my brain's farting. Who else did we have on the air here? Oh, Flare 318. Flare 318. Hello. Flare 318 was here. ERB was back. Dario. Mentioned him. If I don't mention you, I apologize. We'll always mention as best we can. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Broadcast starts at 3 p.m. And thanks everybody for tuning in today and participating. Hunter, Ryder, everyone else, everybody have a great afternoon or evening, and we'll see y'all tomorrow, Sunday, from Salt Lake City. Take care, everybody, and we will talk to you guys later.
Flight 1947, Salt Lake ground, runway 9247, runway 34 left. You're going to give way to a Delta that's about to pass you off your left, and then taxi Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot Alpha.
And Greg, yes, of course, Greg. Cannot forget you, Greg. Have a good one in Houston. We'll talk to you later.
Departure flight 9247, Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot Alpha.